Tell us how you define a company's valuation and some of the key concepts involved.
I'll go through what I consider the key concepts, but keep in mind that different businesses have different drivers to valuation. So if you talk to Amazon, and I don't know any of the executives there, but if you were to talk to any of the executives, they will tell you that growth is the big driver. Even though Amazon doesn't make a penny on their core business of being a retailer, and they're competing against Macy's and others like that, who are required to make money. So it's very difficult to have one set of valuation criteria for any business. But at the end of the day, what I believe in, and it doesn't apply to Amazon, right? So you need to be aware of the exceptions, is cash. I'm a big believer, and this comes from my old background of value, right? Is cash is important and is the key criteria. And how much cash you're going to generate is going to drive the value. And the higher the growth of your cash, the higher the valuation you're going to get. Now, cash is, there are other kind of metrics that reflect cash. EBITDA, obviously, is one of them. And so a lot of businesses, particularly in the industrial world, will look at EBITDA multiples to say that 8 times, 9 times, 10 times, 5 times if it's a low growth. And higher the growth rate, the higher the multiple on the EBITDA. But there are other metrics as well that impact valuation. ROIC is one of them, in return on your invested capital, which is an important metric. People look at earnings growth, so it's really your after-tax earnings that you're looking at to say, hey, what is your EPS number? And you get a multiple of the EPS on an evaluation. And there are businesses in the technology and all that space where you're not expected to make money, because right now the focus is on growing the top line. And once you build that 6 billion customer base, then you will be able to sell stuff to them, and that's the anticipation. That's the business model there. More difficult for old school CFOs like me to fully understand the valuation metrics, and that's why I never invest in those kind of companies. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to cash, and that's what, at least as a CFO, I was heavily focused on, is to drive the cash flow, not just to drive the cash flow, but to drive the growth in the cash flow.